Okay, and we're live. Usually takes a few seconds. Notifications, nor the noisy street outside my window. Um, Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me for this pop up. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to have the interest or the inspiration or the energy to do this today. And a little while ago, I was like, I do. So jumped in the tub, did a nice cleanse, and I thought let's have some fun today. Um, and so thank you for anyone watching on playback, also for joining. Um, and we've got people already popping in. So we have the the lovely, wonderful Magus. So everybody, make sure to go over to Magus's channel. Um, he's starting a new tarot series on his channel, and today they are focusing on the Four of Swords. And boy, some of us need rest. It's the Thursday; it's almost the end of the week, so I think some of us are looking towards that weekend for a little bit of rest. And we have the lovely Miss Nancy. Hello, my dear. Mwah, mwah. Oh boy, chat's jumping. So um, I just love our chat. Everybody here in my chat is a blessing. It's in my circle. I appreciate all of you. And thanks, Nancy. I was looking for something different, and it was actually a full moon that popped up under the tree. I had to cover some of the flowers because this the moon was too small, but I thought that was really cool. That would make a great abstract painting. So, and Debbie is here. Three shifting veils. Hello, Debbie, my dear. Teresa Levine. Hello, sweetheart. It's been a while. Um, and Hannah is here. Wait for me. We're waiting. We're not going to go anywhere for a while, Hannah. Guten, is it Guten Tag still, or is it Guten Abend now with you? I can never remember when you switch over. And let's see, Selena is here. Hello, Selena. Enjoyed the apothecary. Was reminding me of a place called Strange Brew. It's still in existence in Buffalo, but the original owners had to leave the original building, and kind of where they are now is kind of like fluorescent lighting, tile floor, that it just kind of lost its magic. The original location was this, few rooms in the back from the road, and there was like a little garden in the back, and they had the little bell, and you would walk in, and it was small, but it was cozy. And the apothecary shelves, Selena, that they used had, you walked in and it was just magical. So watching your video yesterday brought back some of those lovely memories from my 20s, so that was nice. And Megas, I try Megas, I have some days, you know, but got to do our best. Nancy Riker is here. And yes, I do too. For some people, I used to always get all excited about the full moon. And now I'm finding, maybe it's because I'm getting older and I'm getting into crone years. Um, I'm connected to the, oops, here we go. I'm connected more to the new moon energy. And I was up early this morning and even worked on one of my new cards. So I was inspired this morning. So working on the third eye chakra colors. So that was what I created this morning. And I have a little circle one to go along with it that I'm also working on. So yeah, I really enjoy the new, oops, here we go, the new moon energy. And let's see who we have. We have Paula. Hello, Paula. Yippee, I made it to the show. Well, we're glad to have you here, Hannah. Yes, excited for Megas and the new tarot series. Um, Now to make sure we let Luscious Lexi know, because she's learning tarot. And so I'm sure she would learn a lot from Megus's videos, because that's what I love about all of us readers. We know the basics, but sometimes we present the cards in certain different wordage or verbiage, different sometimes keywords or ideas or in aspects that we didn't think of. And so I love that more of us who do read tarot, that do tarot based shows where we do instruction, talk about the cards, that gives us, a larger, I don't say compendium, but a larger, cauldron of knowledge to dip our spoons into, so to speak. Let's see, it's Guten Abend. Okay, so Guten Abend, and for people who are wondering what's that, Hannah is in Germany, so it is that time. Oh, and I did a tree. Oh, a tree hug. Oh, I love tree hugs. And Free Spirit. Hi, Free Spirit. I didn't think I was going to have these many people today. Michelle is here. Hi, Michelle. Hope you and Jonathan and Rosie are having a lovely day. Buffalo isn't too far. Oh, really? Um, I know you mentioned, you got a lot of some of your supplies for your apothecary from Salem, so I'm assuming we're in within the New England or East Coast area. That's wonderful. And so Free Spirit, okay, Free Spirit, you are on the list. Still making my way through chat. Oh, so nice to see everybody. And Hannah says there was the most beautiful rainbow here about 2 hours ago. A perfect. Oh, that sounds beautiful. It's always nice to see a rainbow. You're painting. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're in Pittsburgh. Oh, so yeah, you're not that far from me. Pittsburgh is what, about I would think about a 3.5 hour drive, depending. Oh my goodness, stop it. You're going to make me blush. Yes, the energetic vibes from the trees, especially when, they have that beautiful connection underground and how they all speak to each other and they help support, all life on Mother Earth. It's really beautiful, the connections. And my bestie from Ireland, we got Miss Jackie from Crystal Moon. Hello, my dear. Good to see you. Oops, and that jumped. My StreamYard's been acting up lately. They're lucky I don't pay for it anymore. They'd be really. Mousy! Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. 3 hours or so. Chautauqua Lake. There you go. Yappers girl. Very cool. So it is new moon today. I think this says for Eastern Standard Time. I think it goes new at 7:45, around quarter to 8. I'm not going to get too heavily into zodiac because that's for my other girl. That's for Karen. Karen's our astrology guru here, or our her and Michelle Marie are our astrology divas. Not well, I don't want to say divas, queens. Our our astrology queens. There you go. So today, what the astrologyking.com. I love his key phrase. It's called make a wish. Oh, okay. Let me see here. Star, and being careful that I don't accidentally time out anybody like I did Miss Tarot D the other day. So, alrighty. And I will be taking requests in out of order because I do have some people who I have not read for in a very long time popping in. Oh, damn it, Nancy! They just made so Nancy. You'll be back. I got you on the list, Nancy. When you come back, I'll uh, I'll highlight you for a reading. This is what happens. The chat jumps, and you're trying to hit comment and I mean, star comment, and it jumps and it hits the timeout one. But we love you, Nancy. I would never intentionally remove you, time you out. So, new moon, make a wish for this month. And it talks about, again, I guess Jupiter has a lot of, what did poor Nancy didn't do anything. Um, I think it was new moon shenanigans. We'll blame it on the. Can I post channels, Heather? Yes, Teresa. Go right ahead, my dear. Thank you so much. Hello, Inner Knowing. Inner Knowing is here. Um, so There's a lot of Jupiter influence. And so it says here, so the spiritual meaning of the February 2025 new moon is using self discipline and moderation to attain happiness and good fortune. I'll take that. And it also can make your wish come true if you avoid greed and excess. So there's that fine balance again. Um, we want to, balance more on, like we talked about on Monday. Lottie B! Hey, Lottie B. Oh, it's 11:11 where you are. For me, it's 12:11. So love the numbers. So what was I just going to say? Ah, oh, Monday with gratitude. So a lot of times, what we do with gratitude, um, and it's always okay to ask for more. I was always, not always. How do I rephrase this? It had been implied in the past that you don't want to, or you are, or there's this cultivation of sediment, not sediment, faux pas, but maybe of, we should only ask for what we need, and we shouldn't be greedy or ask for more than we need. And sometimes it is okay because we were supposed to be, we're the part of the universe. We create, we bring in our wealth and abundance. But there are times when, we do kind of, those two bump into each other, with the excess and the greed. And I find that after, like we were talking about on Monday. Oh, I know I saw that, Selena. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you. And so it's times like this when it's like, well, how do they come so close to each other where they bump up against, and it's excess. And I think it's the energy, and I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent. This just seems to be where I'm being led to, and that fear of lack mentality, kind of like the Five of Pentacles, that feeling of lack, being afraid that we're not going to have enough. But there are, case or instances where sometimes we may ask or expect more than what we really should. And with this new moon, the energy is just reminding us of that healthy balance that we all need to keep that moderation. So um, I guess that was something I had to say. So let's get into the readings then. Wow, we haven't read for a lot of y'all. Oh my goodness. So what I am going to do is, um, let's see, Mousy. I have not read for you in forever, Mousy. So let's do some cards for Mousy. And thank you, Hannah. I appreciate that. So, new moon reading. So, today I have my, most of my cards are packed away for the move, but I do have my Magical Botanical Oracle. I have my seeds from the Sacred Feminine. I do have my Chero Marchetti Lenormand, and I do have my Tina Gone tarot deck. So we'll see what decks and which cards want to be pulled. Thank you, Teresa. We can all go and support one another. Lottie B, I haven't been to your channel in a while. I have to go see some of the more beautiful music that you recently posted. I'm sure you have been. Okay. Let's pull a card from the Sacred Seeds. Yes, and hopefully we'll be seeing from Nancy again. Sorry again, Nancy. That was a. Let's see if I can do this very slowly. Start comment. Oh no, you're not slow. So let's see. When Nancy comes back, then I have Debbie, Paula, Sharon, Mousy, Jackie, and now why is it not showing that I just. There we go. Okay, got you in there, Hannah. Glowing? I don't know, maybe just the extra lights. Hmm. Okay. Awesome. Oh, I like these. These are nice. Okay. Okay. I'm going to start with the Lenormand Mousie, and I pulled the scythe for you. And the scythe is about harvesting, yes, but also cutting away things that no longer serve you. So at this time, you can kind of maybe sort of see it as a death card, even though they do have a coffin and rebirth card in this deck. But the scythe, it has been used to, to provide, to help with harvesting. It's good to be able to cut things away from us, whether that be people, situations, creating healthy boundaries in those places. And the scythe was always also a sacred tool. I think it was pure silver, if I remember correctly, that the Druids used to use to harvest sacred herbs and plants. It was to respect the spirit of the plant as well when cutting and removing. So I'm going to start right off what feels like with this new moon. And this is a good time for cutting things. The new moon is about starting anew, releasing what no longer serves us, releasing the negativity, planting new seeds. So, harvesting, getting rid of what no longer serves, and making room for a fertile soil to plant something new. And when you do, I got the beautiful sunflower card for you from the botanical deck. And look at the little bees, honey bees. And so this is a very thick book, so I do refer to um, the book as they also provide affirmations. And so this affirmation is I am embodying my brightest self. So there, when we start cutting and removing from ourselves which is no longer needed, we do that. We are able to embody ourselves. We create those healthy boundaries, and it helps lighten our mood when we cut and remove people or energy or places or things from us, and we make room for new ones to come in that are more attuned to what it is that we want within ourselves, and it makes us bright. It makes us, like they say today, makes me glow, makes us glow. So also, I'm just going to take a quick look here. Um, so interesting because we were just talking about the balance between excess and greed. So they're acknowledging the personality or ego self within the light, and it says here the sunflower helps to bolster our ego when we have low self esteem, and so that's good because sometimes those people, places, or things that we need to cut away from ourselves, are things that are not healthy, that do destroy our self esteem, make us feel less self empowered, make us less feel good about ourselves, makes us question ourselves, our intuition. And so that's beautiful. By cutting that away, you make room for beautiful flowers to harvest, for bees to come and pollen. Um, your card from the sacred feminine with the seeds is listen with your heart, not just with your ears. So being sure to take time when you're talking to people, listening to what you might be listening to what they're saying, but how does it feel within you? Tap into that where when someone's talking to you, and if they're being super nice or they're saying something, but if something doesn't feel right, like you feel like there's like a false like a false person or something not. I'm trying to find the right word. The BS. Let's just cut right to it. The BS. Um, you can sense that. And so when we start listening with our hearts and not just our ears, then we start also making those more heartfelt, deep connections with others. So again, with this new moon, start learning to or start practicing listening to not just what others are saying, but listening to ourselves as well, making sure that we stay true to our heart's calling, and that we're not being affected by those that we had to cut and remove from our lives. Because with that beautiful sun and those bees and pollinating, those flowers, we get the beautiful blossoms. And yeah, the sweetness of honey, in our words or from other people. And with your tarot cards, your overall energy is Ace of Swords. So, and I do have notes written on some of these cards, but the Ace of Swords are new ideas, breakthroughs, and there's the sword again, the cutting away, Mousy. So again, that sword, that double-edged sword, connecting to our higher self. So you're having a new perspective on life. You're getting more clarity with the new moon, new ideas as well. And the top card, Six of Cups, that nostalgia, reconnecting to what makes you happy, what brings you happy, the memories of when you were happy, and making sure that those those memories, that nostalgia, are the good ones, so that we don't live in the past, but we can draw from them. So that's what I have for you, Mousy. I just absolutely love that you got that sunflower card with the bees, and I hope that resonated for you. And I did see a certain scarab beetle pop into chat. Hello, Ramon. Yes, I met Magus through Ramon. So Ramon has brought so many wonderful people to my circle, to our circle. Um, so yes, Ramon, thank you. And Teresa, oh, you already got, there you go. She's got you in there, Ramon. And Ramon, we got to do a moon reading. I had such a good time with you and Nancy last year when we did some. So we'd love to do some sort of moon reading again with you sometime. So let's see if Mousy had to say. Oh, Michelle pulled a card, a Kali card, and it's all about boundaries and removing what no longer serves us. There you go. Yep. Just, and I think Kali has a scythe too type of knife on her. I know she's got a couple different ones, but oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Michelle, for sharing that. And so all righty. Oh, stop it, y'all. Yes, it'll be nice. It'll be nice. Hello, Ramon. ¿Cómo estás? Ooh, I loved your live with Bill. Oh, I didn't catch that one. But yeah, it was fun coloring with Bill last week. That was a lot of fun. And yes, Teresa is a rock star. Party like a rock star. So love the ring. Oh, that's good to hear, Mousy. Thank you. So let me just go in. Did anyone see Nancy come back in? I felt so bad that um, she got booted. So Hannah, you and Jackie are going to go next. You did donate, so thank you, Hannah. And people know those who donate. I try to make sure that they're up next in queue for a reading. And it's appreciated. I know it's hard nowadays, with everything going on financially and economically in our country and around the world. So donations aren't required. They are appreciated greatly, especially with our upcoming move, to Oregon soon. But I love reading for everybody, no matter what. So, Hannah, I will pull you some cards, my dear, and then it'll be Jackie, in case she needs to get to bed early. So, and we have someone else, Jamie. Hello, Jamie. Good to see you. February is a bit of a rough month. Um, I've had several family members that I've loved deeply die. I had my best friend, who we're no longer best friends. Her birthday comes up in February, which reminds me of our falling out. And February can be a rough month, but we're strong, and we are resilient. See, sometimes I can't talk. I think faster than what my mouth can move. So And thank you to everybody for asking, privately and checking in with me over the week. My hip is much better. My side, I took a spill. Like sometimes I think faster than I can talk. My feet moved, my brain was moving faster than my feet could. And I had a fall last Friday, actually. So I appreciate all the prayers and the well wishes too. Yes, we are strong, Jamie. I have to do it. The righteous babe, Anita Franco. Yep, yep, we are. So, Hannah, new moon. Ooh, I always go ooh. I absolutely love this deck. I was sharing it with it when Allison and I were on with Bobby Tuesday night. Maxine Miller is an incredible sculptor, illustrator. Alrighty. Okay. Thank you again, everybody, for Jamie. Oh, that okay. I was going to say, so I was thinking Jamie, and I was also thinking wandering bardic path Jamie. So when I saw the Jamie, I thought, oh, did another Jamie come in? So let's see. Alrighty. Okay, so Hannah, I'm just going to take your name down. So, no, you can still see the cards. I don't have to remove you. So I got 38. I got Bridges. Now, this isn't a traditional card in the Lenormand. This was an additional card that Marchetti included in his expanded deck, which gets a lot of love. You can tell the book, everything is an expanded edition. And this one is about bridges. So this is about bridging gaps, bridging, moving over, connecting. Um, and so I'm looking at the cards. That phrase, burning bridges. Um, this is, I think, something that's good, and I'm going to share it in a bit why. But bridges, when we cross them, sometimes they're good to leave still connecting to the other side or connections with others, or sometimes it's good to burn them. Just leave them in the past and let them be the past. So I'm feeling that energy from that card, but I'm going to go to your botanical, and you got the Witch's Garden. And that's what the backs of these cards are, except there's a more in color. So we have the Witch's Garden. The green, basically like the green man and the green lady, the spirits of the forest. And that is number 33. And oh, this book is so thick. Alrighty. And so the affirmation for your card here is I tend to the seeds of my intention in the garden of my soul. So perfect again, Hannah. New moon, time again, planting the seeds. What do you want to grow into what do you want to grow in your garden this year? Um, I'm sure you have your regulars, but what specific seeds do you want to plant? Anything special moving forward? This is the good time to do it. And you have, of course, the bees, the butterflies, all about transformation, again, pollinating, um, fertility, bringing things to grow. And I'm looking to see what jumps out at me from the Lord and the Lady of the Garden. I love that. The Lord of the Mandrake. And she's actually the Lady of the Datura. So that's Mandrake and Datura. Um, thanks, Jackie girl. Um, Also, delivering divine messages and psychic information. So being receptive, being connected, being in touch with the male and the female energy within yourself and within your garden. Maybe this means that maybe there's a balance that needs to be maybe brought into the garden, or you're wanting to bring more of a balance into the garden. Um, Connecting all the elements um, to be able to enhance and what not enhance. Um, it's weird sometimes you get an image in your head and you're trying to explain it with words, but it's like when you have those certain seeds, it could be spiritual seeds too. And this is going to go perfectly. I'm going to go to this card. It says feel your pulse, and I love this because again, these are, life is blooming, green vines are growing. You have the beautiful buffalo, feeling the pulse of the earth, feeling mother nature, taking that energy, bringing it into you, balancing that energy, that male, female in there, and then returning that back into your garden. I don't know if there's something special that you want to physically grow this year. A plant maybe for incense or for medicinal purposes. Um, but yeah, there's something that's going to be growing spiritually within this garden, both physically and spiritually as well. Now, your tarot cards, I ended up getting three because I had a jumper. I did get the Hermit card. And for a lot of us, this is the 9 year. This is the Hermit. So at this time, this is the top card. So this is what we're focusing on, going in introspection. What is it that we want, again, this new moon, to plant, to nurture, to plan for? What do we want to bring into fruition? Um, and the underlying energy is the Ten of Wands. So this is where it comes with the bridges. I feel like whatever this energy needs to be let go of, you can give that to the mother earth too. Whatever burdens or pains or difficulties that we have had, that we've been carrying, like Jamie said, it's been a very heavy month. So a lot of these burdens, whether they're, with our job, within our health, or spiritually, that we're trying to work through, it is a completion. We're strong, we carried all that, and now it's time to, instead of having them coming to you, maybe imagine these dropping from you. And the top card for that is the Nine of Cups, that sense of working towards happiness, spiritual happiness, joy, bliss. This could also represent wealth, but really tapping into the intuition and moving forward and allowing that water, those cups, to help you nurture and water those plants, those gardens that you want blooming. Um, so, and again too, I'm feeling like that bridge had to do with, leaving that behind, leaving all that behind, going into that introspection and working towards making what makes you happy, what brings you that wealth. It doesn't necessarily have to be finances. It could be very well the things, little things that make you happy, that brings you joy. The cups are also about creativity as well. Um, but yeah, beautiful cards. Hannah, thank you for letting me read for you. And I see Jackie saying hello to Sandy. So, hello, Sandy. Welcome, sir. Nice to see you. Another friend from across the pond. Um, Burning Fits. Okay, there you go. And thank you, Miss Jackie. And let's see, we're at 12:34. Jumpers can be fun. Yeah. As long as it's not like half the deck, then that's not fun. Yes, we are. I agree, Magus. We do have a beautiful community, and gardening is an art. Exactly. My mom's gardens were always incredible. Her rock gardens, constantly building and creating, and yeah, that's really beautiful. But I just feel like, Hannah, there's something that you might be physically growing, or you might want to think of growing something that could represent, that growth, that letting go of. So as you see it growing, that energy Mother Earth took, and now she's regenerating it into something that's physically beautiful too, like a representation, like a rose bush, or maybe tiger lilies, or something, in your garden that represents to you, or as a reminder of your resilience, of your strength, and everything that you've been through. So that's what I have for you, my dear. All right. This happens when you have so many decks laying around you. We are itching to get outside. Yes. We're supposed to have a nice day of 50 some degrees next week, and then the next day it's supposed to drop back down to 20. So we'll get there. We'll get there. So I'm going to go to Miss Jackie's crystal moon because it's late to where she is, like like Hannah. So Jackie, what do we get for you? Sometimes burning bridges are crucial. Yep. Well, Mousy, put that intention out there, and every new moon, just reinfuse that that goal, that project into manifesting that. Um, I got you, girl. Oh, Jackie, I'm so excited about that too. Ooh, all the oohs, the ahs. I would love some sort of like solarium where I can have like a studio and have very like plants and some trees I can see outside and about. Just waiting on Daryl. Ah, my second boyfriend's name was Daryl, and that's how he spelled it too. Interesting. Build it and they will come. So just give it time, Mousy. Let's see. Interesting card that you got here, Jackie, because you just were in nature. Hmm. Interesting how certain cards come up repeatedly. Okay, so those two are ago. Sometimes I talk out loud as I'm working things out in my head. There's a small patch of green here, which I used to look after, but the last 2 years I neglected. So, oh, very nice. Very, very nice. So I'm just going to take a quick sip, Jackie. I'm going to pull up your plant. And it's interesting because I just noticed that the Venus is connected to this plant. And from what that article said in the astrology, I think with the Jupiter being, however, you know how they all talk about the conjunctions and everything, that Venus was going to be not going retrograde, I think, but something with Venus was going to be enhanced. Hi, Shazad. I will add you, my dear, if I can have the time, because I'm not on my paid StreamYard anymore. And I don't think Nancy came back, did she? Nancy Riker? Oh, no, Nancy. I'm so sorry. I'll have to find Nancy. I feel bad about that. Just hope they didn't accidentally block her. So, hey, John. So, Jackie, you got. Wait a minute. You got the look. You got the look. She's got the look. So, you got Yarrow. So, you got the plant Yarrow. Kind of cool. We got like a little saggy going on there. So with the yarrow, the affirmation is I am protected from harm and open to possibility. And that makes sense, Jackie, because I know yarrow is a healing plant and how we've been talking. So I like that. That's a oh, careful, John. Careful with that. Jackie, avert your gaze. That's comments. Oh. John, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, that's something that's an Americanized saying. Um, what Jackie has told us is people in Ireland don't say that. Oh my goodness, it's too funny. I love how everybody pops in and just brightens up the mood. So okay, I'm going to look at the oh, Johnny boy, there you go. Enough said. So I'm being drawn to the plant spirit medicine aspect of this card, Jackie. And it says it's the essence of yarrow is one of boundaries and borders, controlling the flow, controlling the flow and passage of forces between, like a sentinel at a gate. While in herbalism, it closes the wounds of our last barrier, the skin and flesh, sealing the wound. Energetically, it closes wounds we have in our energy bodies, in our auras. When someone's words strike us and cause harm in ways we characterize as being cut to the quick or stabbed in the back, or even when the most well intentioned person is sharp, such communication can break our boundary and we will lose energy just as we lose blood with a physical wound. So, yep, that's where I knew that you would get that. So, that's what I have there. Your card from the Sacred Feminine with the seeds is going into nature. Um, Women actually used to back in the day. This is before, women's periods and their bodies were all like hush hushed and considered dirty, and we had to keep everything secret. A lot of times, our ancestors, way back when the women would go into any type of whether menstruation, menopause, something, they would go out into nature. They would sit with the plants. They would sit on the ground with the trees. And with women who are still menstruating, they would give their blood to Mother Earth as a form of cleansing, as a form of acknowledgement, of gifting. And it was seen as a way of staying connected to our mother while allowing her to take our pain and um, what's the word? I don't want to keep saying the word. And it's like taking our pain and transmuting it into something that was healing and that was powerful for us. So going into nature, sitting with the trees. I know you just came back from holiday and you walked through those beautiful woods you were sharing pictures of. So I love this. Nature is so important. And I know that every time you guys get good weather in your area in Ireland, you love to go to the water, to the parks and everything. So um yeah, going into nature. And when it talks about flow too, having to release stuff, having to release things that no longer serve you. Um and so your next cards make sense to that too. So the overall energy is the Nine of Cups. So this is you reaching, trying to attain, well, how do I say this? Because you already know how blessed you are. You've taught us how to recognize how blessed we are, and how, the saying that I always say is and every day in every way, my life keeps getting better and better. I learned that from Jackie. And so with this card, this feels like, with this reading, this is you saying that you're still reaching for, connecting to your intuition. You're still reaching for that happiness. You're still reaching for that well-being, that bliss. It feels like this energy that you want, you're manifesting it. It's coming to you. And really quick, Celine says, I love yarrow, such a great herb to work with. Yes, I think you had some on your show yesterday. But the top card, Jackie, I did get the Nine of Swords. So I know there are some things that have been causing you, the worry, sometimes the sleepless nights. Um, Things have been heavy on your mind. Hi, Ellen. I will add you. I will see if I have time, my dear. Who have to be careful. I accidentally timed out Nancy and she didn't come back. So, yeah, all that's been on your mind weighing you down. And they're two nines, Jackie. So let's look at this as a balance. The nines are about strength and resiliency. You still are reaching, you're still attaining your goals, um, but working through what keeps you up at night. So let's see if we can get, well, I think we will. Well, I think you will get to that as the next upcoming weeks are going with your appointments. Your your Lenormand, I too got again the scythe, cutting away. And I'm also going to message you privately too after the show. Cutting away what no longer serves, was no longer healthy. And then told me to look at the bottom, the star card. So to me, that star card goes with this: the hopes, the dreams, still reaching for your goals, and just, hanging in there, and just following that inner compass, that star, that light. Like our friend Magus here, who's, the Magi, how important following that star or following the stars to guide us and to lead us. Um, I've been awake since 1:30 last night. Got a very emotional about, oh, sweetheart. Everybody just send Jackie some love, some hugs, some healing hugs, some loving hugs to my girl here. Um, Her and I talked privately. Just got some stuff going on, and I would love it if we could just all hold space for her, and send her some love. That would be wonderful. Nope, she's not banned, John. um, let's see. I feel bad though about Nancy. So that's what I have for you, Jackie. But that beautiful star. Um, but you know how powerful nature is, and going out into nature. Um, and with those nines, the nines, you're almost there. It's almost the end of a cycle, and you're getting there, my dear. Um, but yeah, that's what I have for you, my dear. We'll talk. So there we go. Thank you, everybody. We love you, Jackie, so much. We do, Jackie. And Shazad sending hellos, and Jamie, Teresa, Free Spirit, Mousy. You're welcome, my dear. Alrighty. So let me just remove who I have read for. I have been on for, oh, I haven't been on for an hour yet. So, Free Spirit, are you still? Yep, there you are. Lots of hugs to Jackie. So let me just put my cards back, Free Spirit. Let me take a sip because my throat's starting to get a little dry. Hey, KMB. Whew. All right. So, Free Spirit. And Jackie, let me know too. I could always pull additional cards, you know, when we get a chance to talk if you want. If you want me to explore anything else or something further. So, Free Spirit. Ooh. And thank you again, everybody, for joining me. And thank you for several of the donations I have received today for the reading. I know I've had some people asking me, when are you going to move? We're still not sure yet. We're going to be here the whole month of March. And it looks like we might have to hang around for a week or two in April, but right now just taking one day, one day at a time. Ooh. Thank you, John. Would you like a reading? Would you like a new moon card? Couple new, yeah, a couple of new moon cards. Alrighty, Free Spirit. I love that name. Hmm. Okay. Aw, thank you, KMB. That's so sweet of you. Always here whenever I can for the vibes. Love listening. Enjoy the community that finds the space. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Mm, okay. So, yep, I can see some of us are going through a few things. So, for your botanical, you got the oak. And the oak is represented here by the Oak King. Um, so, Free Spirit, let me just pull up oak, which is also a planet associated with Jupiter. And Jupiter's kind of got its I can't want to say it, its reins, its hands, it's got its energy, um, from what I understand, in a lot of aspects for our lives right now. And I love Jupiter. It's my planet. I'm Sagittarius, but I think it's such an incredibly big and beautiful and colorful planet. Just absolutely love it. It's a powerhouse. Um, and I'm thinking automatically to creativity, really with this Jupiter energy, it's fiery energy. Just getting out there and just start tapping into a lot of creativity as well. Things that fire you up, things that inspire you to do, you know, projects or, get your creative juices flowing, so to speak. Um, so, Oak King, this is your card, Free Spirit. There is the Oak King, and his affirmation is, I know my own strength, which is making sense what I see with these other cards. I'm looking to see what aspect. Okay, so it is about, okay, standing in your strength. So it says here, within a reading, the oak indicates strength, protection, and good fortune in the current undertaking. So whatever you're currently going through, this is the case. Tapping into that strength, tapping into your guides, your ancestors, any divine beings that you work with, higher powers, um, to help support and carry you, even animal totems as well. Um, for protection and with good fortune, feeling supported. Um, the situations look good for success, and you will have the support to go forward. So again, acknowledging, being grateful, giving thanks and honor to those in your spirit team and your guides that are helping you, and not to forget about you yourself as well, um, because we can have support from all over, but it doesn't do anything unless we take the initiative and we move forward with that. So this is like the strength card, um, in the tarot. Um, the strength. I know my own strength. I love that. I'm just looking to see. It just says here again, the Oak King is the epitome of strength and vigor. He also knows when it is time in the cycle to yield to the Holly King to keep balance. Oak helps us only take on what is ours to take on and not take on so much that we are overwhelmed or break. I'm glad that caught my attention, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift, gears and go over here to your Lenormand. Again, I also got the Bridges card. So this is about bridging, moving forward. And again, for me, this feels very much of leaving what's behind. Not necessarily, you may or may not want to burn a bridge in this case. Um, but at the same time, you know, it's moving forward. It's connecting, kind of like the Six of Swords, moving across those waters into something else. And I looked at the bottom, and you got the whip. And the whip is about pain, suffering being inflicted upon us by others. I mean, we could possibly do that to to others as well, um, and that very may well be, maybe not intentionally, but hurt people hurt people. That saying, as that saying goes, and sometimes we have to learn how to walk away, you know, and remove ourselves from those situations that cause us pain and hurt. And with your tarot, I'm going to go right to your tarot. And I got your overall energy is the Five of Wands, which is about conflict. It's going to be physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, but there's some sort of conflict that's going on, which is reflected by the whip and the broom, the besom. But with the besom, what you can also do is clear away that negativity and that energy as well. So whatever pain has been inflicted upon you, you can also remove it and cleanse it, especially with spring coming when we start opening our windows and start doing our spring rituals, getting that stagnant energy out. So the overall energy was for your tarot was the Five of Wands, the conflict, the chaos, um, and the top card is the Seven of Cups. So choices that need to be made, decisions on which way to go. This is going to be reflected in what is going on here and moving forward. Whatever cup you choose to take or not take, moving forward, that is going to be up to you. But some of this conflict can be caused by not being able to figure out what decisions to make, what choices need to be made. It's not always a bad thing that you have to do. You get with the Seven of Cups, it's not always a negative energy. It could also be like, okay, what can I take from this to help me move forward, to leave that kind of a situation or energy behind and move forward. And when I looked at the next card for tarot, I want a little bit of a clarifier. I got the Queen of Pentacles. So free spirit tapping into that nurturing earth energy again, feeling secure, feeling safe, nurturing yourself, nurturing your finances, getting stable, getting secure, um, being your own queen. You are. It's a card of maturity, it's nurturing, it's intuition as well, intuitively knowing what needs to be done, like the cups being water, intuition. So you have everything that you need within you to be able to step forward. And so your last card is the seeds from the divine feminine, and I love it. It says take a warm bath. So right now, taking a bath, getting in that water, cleansing, releasing, and as you let your tub or shower go down, and just imagine all that negative energy just removing from you, and knowing that you can start fresh, and knowing that you got the strength to cross that bridge and to leave that behind. And that's what I have for you, Free Spirit. Thank you for thank you everybody for letting me read for you today. This has been such a lovely surprise to have this many folks joining me. Mm-hmm. Sovereignty and endurance. Yep. Like the King of Swords too, like the King of Wands, also like the Emperor. And of course it's not tapping into the gender, but just into that energy. And let's see, thank you so much. This is beautiful. You're welcome, my dear. Yep, have a glass of wine, that might help. Wine, or she likes her whiskey. So thank you everybody for sending Jackie so much love. I appreciate that. She's my girl. She's my bestie in Ireland. So let's see what time I'm at. 12:59. um Let me see who's still here. I'm not gonna be able to probably get to everybody because I do have to watch some of my minutes. But I have Debbie, Paula, Shazad, Ellen, and Sharon. So if any of you are still here, let me know. I don't think I rarely read for Paula. So Paula, I'm going to go with you first. Are you still here, my dear? Okay, Debbie, you are here. Okay, I got you, Debbie. I can always do another. But Paula, are you here? Every time I see Paula, I think of the we have a donut shop in a small little chain in Western New York called Paula's Donuts. And now it's like when I see Paula, I see your name, I want, ooh, a donut. So already, I don't see Paul acknowledging. Um, so Sharon, you're here. I don't now, Sharon. I've recently read for you, sweetheart. So let me just see. I have time for maybe one, maybe two. So let's get to Debbie, and we'll see who else is here. This may take me to my last one, but we'll see. Hang on, Sharon. Let me see how long it takes me to get to Debbie's. I appreciate again everybody being here. Thank you for continuing to support me. I will be back, of course, tomorrow night with Allison and Kristen. Ooh, and Kristen Louise is our guest for tomorrow night. So that is going to be exciting. It's nice to have Kristen is an amazing reader. So Paula, you are here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, Sharon, let's see how long it takes for me to get the next two readings. Let's see, an hour and a half. I think I can do this. Right now we got Debbie. Let's just see where the energy goes. Ooh, that's interesting. I know I always say that. I always find when certain cards come together. Okay. So everybody knows I don't do political health because I'm not a doctor, or legal because I don't have a lawyer. So I'm very iffy about talking about anything with health. But I am seeing Debbie, and this is just a generic because again, YouTube, this is for entertainment purposes only. But I'm getting a few cards that are making me think of maybe taking it easy, relaxing, but we'll get to that. So, Debbie, your first card is your botanical card is lavender. And so we all know that lavender right off the bat is good for sleeping, helping to have peaceful dreams, helping us to relax, especially for people who have insomnia or difficulty sleeping. It's hard for them to be able to get to sleep. And lavender is a very calming and soothing herb. And I got to get up for just a second. My door is closed, and Ziva wants to go out. So just hang tight for a second. Yeah, Debbie forgot you were in here. Go on. Okay. Alrighty. So the lavender. Let's see. Its keywords are I am calm, I am centered, I am peaceful. So and this just jumped right out at me under the plant spirit medicine, Debbie. Just as it is in magic, lavender as a spiritual force brings calmness, civility, and perspective in any situation. So I am going to hold off on the sacred feminine sea card for a second. I'm going to move over to your tarot and your Lenormand. So the Lenormand I did get is the tree, and the tree represents health. It represents also family, getting grounded, getting rooted, getting balanced. Um, for me, it's always kind of acknowledged like a family tree as well. It's always been associated with me. But they talk about the tree as being a reflection of health. And so with the lavender, I got the tree. Hey, Mama Sushi. So with your tarot cards, I did get the overall energy is a tower. So I don't know if there is something that recently has come up where you're kind of like being forced to be like being waking up and going, oh boy, something's got to be done. Um, something could be to do with the health that is not making that could do with the health, but it's not making it easy for you to be able to sleep at night or to rest. Um, lavender too is a color. The purple comes in different shades, and the purples are our higher selves. Purple is also connected to our higher conscious, our psychic selves, and sometimes depending on the shade of the purple connects with our third eye as well. So also helping with intuition, dreams. So for me, this could kind of go either way, Debbie. This could be something that could be spiritual because it talks about family, um, because of the health. Because in the deck it talks about it has to do with health and to kind of study and look at family history with health. Um, where's your crush, Mozzie? Not here today. Well, he's napping. So, um, Debbie, I'm kind of in the. So, your top card, though, I did get is the moon card. So, there's something intuitively that you know. I don't know if this was something that you felt that you knowingly may have knowingly repressed, or you may have been kind of like somewhat no knew, but wasn't able to at the time to acknowledge it. Now, like the moon and the light, it's shining into the shadows. This is something that needs to be dealt with, that needs to be worked with. Um, Again, with the tree, has to do with health, has to do with family genetics, and it can also, for me, represent family history, family ancestry. So your other card is from the seeds of the divine feminine. I got put your hands in the dirt. And so for me, again, and here with the moon cycles as well, um, kind of like there's a song that comes to mind called Digging in the Dirt. Is by Peter Gabriel. Came out in, I think, in the 90s. And so it's called Digging in the Dirt, Finding the Places Where I Hurt. And so I don't know if right now, if you are digging into maybe a maternal family lineage, looking into, again, the growth, the roots of possibly something to do with a health. Um, Is any of this making sense to you? Okay, because I don't want to be try to be talking about, I don't do health readings, but it's just is kind of coming on, a little bit strong here. Um, so if it doesn't make sense to you, then I'll just end it there. I won't pull any more cards, and then you can always let me know. My email is always listed in my description and or my about page. So that's what I have for you, Debbie. But that lavender, just really, even beautiful teal. I think Dr. Teal's has a lavender. I love using his rose. This rose is really nice too. But maybe placing a sprig of lavender in or around the bed, maybe some in the tub. Well, look who's here. Hello, Lexi. My luscious Alexi. What you doing, girl? So let's see. Whiskey would be my first choice, but oh no, you're all out. Where's Mozzie? I don't know. Mozzie! If I hear a digging at the door, I know he'll lifted his head. I'm starting to remember my dreams a lot more. Okay, that actually helped. Alrighty. So Paula, you are up next. Let me take a quick sip. And let me just go ahead and have to put in here the questions are closed. See, when I had my paid subscription to StreamYard, I could be as on as I wanted. I don't have to worry about that. Yes, Teresa, thank you, everybody. Please go check out Lexi's channel. Last I seen, she was 5 away from 100. So let's help her get to her 100 mark. Get her her community tab. That would be wonderful. So, new moon. And we are reading for Paula. Interesting. Someone just had the Oak King. And Paula, you got the Holly King. Ooh. And there it goes again. Heather with her ooze. Yeah, I really love this deck, KMB. I've had it on my eye for a while, and I started seeing Elizabeth, the more intuitive me, started to use them on her channel, and I fell in love with them all over again. And I just knew this was the time to get them. So, yes, I love my nature-based cards. John, anytime is a good time for a nap. Okay, I was told to look at the bottom of this. So, Paula, I hope you're still here. I did notice earlier that you said that you were here. So, you got the Holly King. And so, let me get your affirmation for the Holly King. He is number 13. So, Holly King. And there you go. I am protected from all harm, including from myself. So let's kind of take a look here. So, Paula, there is your botanical card, the Holly King. I'm looking to see what jumps out at me for me here. Okay, so when the Holly shows up in your reading, you have to look at the need for protection from outside forces and decide how to approach your protection in a just and balanced manner. The Holly King looks a bit cold towards you, cloaked in his winter regalia. Pay attention to dreams for clues about how to handle the situation. So this, from your other cards, makes sense. So this is about protection, healthy boundaries, um, making sure that if you know, have a higher power, because not everybody believes in a higher power. Not everybody works with angels, but if you have any ancestors, guides, a higher power, that you call it regularly for protection. Um, Make sure to keep doing that. Um, so I'm going to move ahead because that protection, and it's not to put any fear like, girl, you're in danger. From the ghost with Whoopi Goldberg. Um, but it's just talking about, making sure you have protections up, especially around people's energy as well. We can go out and be around people, and sometimes they just suck our energy, um, and just, they drain us. Um, they're like the energy vampires. So making sure that too, that when you're out and about, keeping your energy protected. Um, so people basically don't, leech off of you. I know it's an awful word to say leech off of you, but that's what's coming to mind. Because it feels like what I'm looking at here, you're looking for, you're moving away from something, you're looking for a direction. So I'm going to get right to it. Your seeds card, your seeds from the sacred feminine, quest for a new vision. So again, making sure that your protections and your boundaries are in place. There's that, again, that need for, um, life isn't, or people in your life just isn't where you want to be right now. Feeling like maybe there's some static, like there's some direction you need to go into. And so questing for a new vision, you know how they would, the indigenous peoples all over the world would go on their vision quests where they would fast, and then they would go in meditation, be out in nature, and they would petition, their ancestors, their guides, whomever their higher power was, to help them bring a vision to them, to help guide their way, kind of like opening the door to yourself, if that makes sense. They're there to help you open that door to see yourself, to help you answer your questions. And so, what those protections means that things are moving forward. You're moving towards something new for yourself. I'm going to go to your tarot cards now. Your top one, I usually start with the overall energy, but I'm going to start with the top one. I did get the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords is about walking away. It's like someone feel like something was stolen from you, something being taken from you. And it could also represent, in the same breath, as you taking what you feel you need for yourself and leaving the rest behind. Swords are about thoughts, communication, ideas. So, questing for a new vision, this could be very well you communicating, leaving what was in the past behind, the protections that you're needed. Your overall energy is the Two of Cups. So, this is about relationships, whether this is an intimate relationship, because that's very similar to the Lover's card, but this could also be personal relationships with others and or yourself. This could very well maybe not necessarily having to deal with a specific person or persons, but just maybe if you're questing for a new vision, if you're exploring spirituality, if you are starting to open and want to explore who you are spiritually, to make sure that we have those energetic protections in place, and that would allow only what should come into our energy for our highest good. And this could very well represent you connecting with yourself, your intuition, your higher self, and this representing things that you felt like have been stolen from you, things have been that you've been cheated on. And not saying cheated on as in a relationship, but just feeling like being cheated, like people taking things from you, maybe thoughts, or how do I say this? I'm kind of being directed, Paula. I don't know if people are saying, well, this is what you said. No, you misconstrued. You took the text out of context, or this is not what I said. Kind of like a gaslighting as well. But this is like taking what is either not theirs from you, or you taking what's left and moving forward. Now, your two Lenormand cards. I did get the key, and as you have the key to the door, you can let yourself out of that cage, or do you need to lock that key to keep you safe and protected? It kind of goes with the protection as well. But you have the key, and that key is what allows people. I'm feeling like in this, you have the key to allow who can or cannot come in and partake in that beautiful rose that is who you are. And with the quest for a new vision at the bottom, I did get in the Lenormand deck the compass. And the compass is all about trying to find our inner compass, trying to find our way. So again, it feels like this was reflecting things that might have been you felt were stolen from you or taken from you. Um, this might was a close relationship, or maybe representing multiple relationships, but reminding you you have the key to allow who can come in or out of your energy, and to trust in that as you start to soul search for who you are, for who you are. Like that saying, know thyself. And the Holly King, the Holly, just reminding you that when you start exploring and you're moving forward, to make sure that those protections remain in place. So that's what I have for you, Paula. I hope that resonated. I'm going to put these all back, because when I work with multiple decks, sometimes I mix the cards together. And of course, we're talking about food again. Well, this time is about drinks. Oh goodness, I would love a drink right now. Boundaries are about boundaries, and so Paula, check out Lexi's video. She's talking about boundaries. Maybe you can find some support or insight from Lexi's video today. She's new to our community, so um, let's all welcome her and see if we can get her up to her 100. And so we've been talking about the goddesses again, Mama Sushi. Yes, energy vampires, exactly. Um, Empaths are extremely vulnerable to energy vampires, and boundaries must be learned. Exactly. That's what I was trying to get trying to get out, KMB. Yeah, that those energy, and yes, we have to be mindful of around ourselves, because I've noticed so many people, they just, especially young women and children, they just look, they're walking, they're by themselves, their faces are in their phones. Sometimes parents aren't even paying attention to what the kids are, or they're, and it's just like we just become so absorbed into our phones that we're not even aware of our surroundings. So protections on all levels are good to have. Look who's here. Rosanna, Rosanna. Never thought that a girl like you could ever feel for me. Rosanna. I haven't heard that song in a long time, Rosanna. So now we're talking about, St. Croix, Virgin Islands. All righty. So thank you, Magnus. You're so kind. You're so sweet. And let's see, Paula. Actually, I'm restarting a writing project which I left unfinished, trying to get my inner strength to finish it. The swords are about communication. So if you're restarting a project that could represent making sure that your intellectual, they call it our intellectual thoughts or something when it comes to writing, that people, when we go to present it to a publisher or something, that we make sure that our intellectual rights remain, and that they can't be taken without our permission too. So but yeah, that's good for you. I love that, especially with the new moon really starting to get new energies, jotting them down, writing them down. All these readings are really good for a yes, a lot of us would, Paula, and a lot of us are going to this year. There might be some bumps along the way, but we can do it. So I'm at 123. I could probably do one more. Shannon, are you still here? Not Shannon, Sharon. And I also wanted to thank um, another individual for the donation. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Um, so I'm going to do a quick sip. Toto. Yep. Someone tried to remake it a couple of years ago, Lexi. Nah, didn't like it. So I don't think Sharon is here. So thank you everybody for being here. For those who okay, Sharon, let's get you your read. I thought you had gone. I was just gonna close up, but well, this will be the last reading. Yes, thank you, Rossi. Because I do have to watch my minutes. I can spare a few cards. Well, Ellen, we're going to be back tomorrow night. Allison and I are going to be joined by Kristen Louise, and we're going to be doing readings tomorrow night. So if you can join us, I'll make sure that you will be right up there on the list for people who couldn't get their readings today. And poor Nancy, she never came back, Nancy Riker. I hope I didn't block, excuse me, personal. Oh my goodness, permanently block her. Kristen Ruiz is an amazing reader. And then on Saturday night, also, I will be Angie's channel. We are back with another lyrical live stream, and Bobby Fierro Tarot is joining us. And so we would be happy to see you there as well for readings. Okay, so let me pull up because I really do need to get going. So, Sharon, Mandrake. You got the Mandrake root. And this affirmation is I am a magical creature capable of anything. So think of this like the magician card. We have all of our tools that we need within ourselves to create um, anything that we want. We're capable of anything. Um, so they're mentioning that. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at the plant spirit medicine. So let's look at here. In spiritual healing, the flower essence is used to heal issues around power, particularly around abuses of sorceress power, as in cases where we have used power to unnecessarily others, harm or others have harmed us with magic. So, and magic could be even Christian based prayers. It doesn't matter what religion or spiritual path, words have power. And if people use words, no matter what their spiritual beliefs are, against another, um, that is considered, magic is power. So this is about, again, watching how we speak to others, how we use our power against others, or acknowledging how others have um, used their power against us. So I'm looking at this is making okay. So I'm going to jump to your Lenormand, Sharon. You got the tree again as well. So um, that, I'm not laughing, Sharon. I shouldn't have done. I saw Angie's comment. Hang on a second. So Sharon, you got the tree. And so again, the tree represents health, family genetics, also getting grounded, getting rooted. Um, think about healthy trees. For me, it feels like ancestry, and connecting, making sure that all your chakras are aligned, that our energies are all aligned, that we're well on all levels: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. The top card that I did get, there is again, Five of Wands came up. There is chaos. There is some conflict. Um, I read for you quite a bit in the past, and I know a lot of times you discuss health, personal physical health, but this is sometimes too. I feel like this could be very much in the form of how we speak to ourselves, how we treat ourselves. Maybe not necessarily how others treat us, but the kind of thoughts that we have, the words that we use against ourselves, and needing to get grounded, needing to get secure, getting into meditation, making sure our chakras are in place. And that, the words and deeds and things that we do to ourselves, we're not harming ourselves in the process. The overall energy is the hermit. Again, this came up. The hermit, about going right now. I feel like there's a lot of introspection, looking at things, self reflection, and seeing where that conflict, that harm, those arguments, how they are affecting us, especially health wise. And one of the most beautiful things that you can do, that any of us can do for a person. Night, Jackie. Bye bye, my dear. Go get some sleep, sweetheart. We'll talk later. I got smile at a stranger. So for all of us, this is a beautiful message too, is that, you know, depending on, when we go out, if we can smile at a stranger, that can totally make someone's day, because we never know what people are going through. It's like, again, hurt people, can hurt people. And so if they're struggling like we are or we have, Sometimes just showing somebody the kindest gesture, a smile, can make the total difference in somebody's day. And that is so important. So, making sure that, Sharon, you look in the mirror and you smile at yourself too. This may feel like sometimes we feel like a stranger sometimes in our own bodies or in our own lives. Um, I'm kind of going through that myself at this time, trying to rediscover who I am. And so sometimes smiling at ourselves as well can help us, looking in the mirror, and help liven our day and know that, moving forward, to just be mindful of our thoughts and our deeds and our words to others. So that's what I have for you, Sharon. And so let me take this down. And yeah, and earlier John was like insinuating, did you ban Ange? I'm like, of course not. That's why I'm like, ha, ban me? Nah. So, yeah, we were, everybody was missing it. And um, I tried to ban you, but John, Ange, I accidentally timed out Nancy Riker and she didn't come back. And I'm just hoping I didn't hit something where she was banned from my channel. So, if anybody sees her in another chat, let her know for me. I might have to go in and try to figure something out if she can't get back in. So, um, already again, like I was saying before, tomorrow night, Allison and I will be back with Chris and Louise, and we will be doing readings, having a talk, a discussion like we usually do on Fridays, but do readings as well. And then on Saturday, lyrical live stream with this lady, and Bobby Fierro Tarot is going to join us. So that is going to be fab. And then possibly on Sunday, I'm still waiting to hear back from Karen. We're trying to reschedule with Lennon Smith for our uh, Mystical Poets Society. So, okay, there you go. Well, you keep taking good care of yourself, my dear. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And then this coming Monday, Divine Feminine will be on Nancy's channel. And we're going to be examining cards in Oracle and Tarot decks that we think reflect the goddess or even aspects of the goddess. So we're really looking forward to that. And again, John, also, thank you. And for those who donated, many blessings. Thank you again. I appreciate you all so much. And y'all have a great rest of your day. And we will see you on the next live or in the next chat. And it's time for some lunch. So, mwah. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.